So today we are going to study dictionaries. It's again another data structure which stores information in terms of key value pairs. So we'll be talking about the dictionary, that why do we use the dictionaries and all in introduction part. Then how we create a dictionary, how you access elements in the dictionary, and we were talking about the keys and keys and values in dictionary, because dictionary is nothing but the collection of key value pair, right? So elements are basically been treated in terms of keys and value pairs. So how you access the keys and values, we'll be talking about that, and how you add, delete, and update elements at a time in a dictionary. We'll be talking about that later on, and some program based on dictionaries will be covered. So first of all, we'll be talking about the dictionary, that what exactly dictionary is. It's a mutable. Mutable means we can make changes in place in this particular data type, right? It is unordered. That means you can have any sort of order. The elements can be stored in any order. There's no restriction that the key should be of a specific type. It can be of any type, right? And the main and important thing is that the elements are basically being stored in terms of key value pair. There's no indexing sort of concept in dictionaries. You recognize a value which is there in a dictionary with the help of key, and there's no limitation on the data type of that keys. The key could be of any type, and that's why we say it's unordered. It could be like the first key is of integers type, second key is of string type, third key is of a collection of integers and something like that. It is used to store the data values like key value pairs. We have already talked about that. It's a collection which is unordered, changeable. That means it can make changes in place, so that values corresponding to a key can be changed. Right. One more important thing is that the keys cannot be duplicate. Values can be duplicate, but the keys cannot be duplicate in dictionaries. Right. And it is declared with the curly brackets. Okay. So the next is how you create a dictionary. So first of all, we'll be talking about the empty dictionary, right? D1 equal to opening and closing curly braces is simply going to create an empty dictionary for you. When you print this value, it will simply give you this sort of output. Okay, this signifies that this is an empty dictionary. Now, if you want to create a dictionary with the integer keys, this is key. This is the entire element. Key value pair you talk about. This is key and this is value. So these are the keys. One, two, three. These are the keys, and these are of integer type. So that's why we talked about that creating dictionary with the integer keys, right? So when you display, this dictionary, it will simply display the entire dictionary in this particular format, where the integers, the keys are basically the integers, and the values are strings. As I was talking about, that the dictionary can be of any type. So there's an example of that here. The key is string, and here the key is integer. The value is string, and the value is a list, right? So when you display this, it will simply display you the dictionary, something like this. There's one more way, to create a dictionary. One is like, D1 equal to opening and closing curly brackets and having certain elements, right? Elements in terms of key value pair. The another one is using a dict method, right? Using dict method, and this dict method explicitly convert this information which is there in terms of either tuple, dictionary, list, or any other one, right? Which is convertible, convert into the dictionary. Okay, so so the difference, the difference is that, like, we can have we can also create a dictionary like, D1 equal to let's say D2, and here the D2 is another dictionary. So when I said D1 equal to D2, that means both the dictionaries will share the same block, right? That's the main thing. The identity of both D1 and D2 will remain same. But if I say D1 equal to dict using this, I'm going to create another dictionary. Maybe this is a value of D2, right? But if I say D1 equal to dict with regard this one, okay, it will simply create another block. The identity of D1 will be different as of D2. That's the main difference between creating a duplicate copy of a dictionary and creating a dictionary using dict method, right? display it, it will simply display you the dictionary like this. Then creating a dictionary with each element as a list, as a you know list of tuples. So this is a tuple containing a pair, right? Containing values as a pair, right? And similarly, we've got three tuples having a pair. So and it has been contained within a list. This is a list, right? When you convert this entire thing using dict, so what exactly it does? It converts these values, as a key value pair. Okay. So when you display it, you can see that this is being used as a key, and this is basically used as in one element, right? One element, and this is key and this is value. Similarly, this is second element and this is a third element. Now the next one is how you create a nested dictionary. uh, this is how you create a nested dictionary. You've got a dictionary, like this is a key, and the value has been taken as a dictionary, which has got again a key and the value, right? So this is dictionary within a dictionary is known as nested dictionary. So we've got here each element has got a value as a dictionary. So dictionary within a dictionary is known as nested dictionary. And if you display it, it will simply display the nested dictionary, right? If I just want to display this particular value, I just need to say print d1 of the key is 1. So key d1 of 1 is going to display this entire thing. And if you want to display the Python only, then you need to say d1 of 1 of a. This way you retrieve the value. For d1 of 1, this entire thing is a value. For d1 of 1 of a, this is a value, right? So uh, this is what I was talking about, how you access the elements in a dictionary, right? So if you say print d1, it will simply display the entire dictionary. Let's say d1 of 1 is going to give you this. This is the result that has been generated, right? D1 of 1, this is the value because this is a key. When I say D1 of 1, that means I am looking for a value corresponding to the key called 1. Now, when I say D1 of 1 of A, that means I'm talking about a value corresponding to a key called D1 of 1 of A. D1 of 1 is this, and D1 of 1 of A is this. So D1 of 1 of A is going to produce Python. So Python will be the answer in that case. And I said D1 of 3. So D1 of 3 is this. So this entire value is going to be picked up and displayed. And I said D1 of 2 of B. So D1 of 2 of B is going to produce 4. And you can see the result 4, right? So this way you access the element from a dictionary, right? You need to specify the keys. It doesn't work using uh, indexing. Indexing are applicable in terms of strings, in terms of list, in terms of tuples, in terms of arrays, and other data types, right? Not in the dictionary. Now, we have taken one example where you have got a dictionary containing the week, day's name, and the numbers, right? Like the first day of the week is Sunday, and so on. The last day is seventh day is Saturday. So as a print weekdays, it will simply display the entire dictionary containing the the list, the day number and the day name as a key value pair. So when I said D week name of 1, so week name of 1 is basically Sunday. So Sunday is going to pick up and displayed. Week name of 6, 6 is this. So corresponding value is going to be picked up and displayed. But if I try to access a particular element key, a value of a particular key which does not exist, so it will simply say the key error because this key does not exist in the dictionary, and accordingly it will simply generate an error, and the name of the error will be key error, right? At 8 because 8 indexing number is not there. Similarly, we've got like a dictionary like this. We've got again a nested dictionary example here. So this is key, and this is the entire value for this, right? And I said d1 of 1 of a. D1 of 1 is going to produce this. D1 of 1 of a is going to produce this, right? So it will simply say this. And I say print d1 of 1 of a of 0. This is zeroth element. This is first element, second, third, and fourth. If you talk about the reverse indexing, this is -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5. So as I print d1 of 1 of a of 0 is going to produce this one. And if I say print d1 of 1 of a of -2, let's say, So minus 2 is this. It will simply give you 4. Okay. So that way, we work for the dictionary. Similarly, some more examples are basically been taken here. This is your dictionary. The entire dictionary is there. And if you just want to retrieve all the keys which are there in the dictionary, for that we've got a function called keys, right? So when I say print week name dot weekdays dot keys, it will simply give you the list of keys available in that particular dictionary. Similarly, when I say week name dot values, it will give you all the values as a list, right? So list of values are going to be picked up and displayed for you, right? When I say weekdays of 8, okay, weekdays of 8, you must have specified, the invalid day for invalid value. I mean, this value for, sorry, right now what you're doing here, you are assigning weekdays of 8 as invalid day. So when I say print weekdays, it will simply give you all these values along with the invalid day, right? There's one example, like, write a program to enter a key and display the corresponding values. If key does not exist, then write appropriate message that key does not exist. We have got a key, the dictionary here has got the key value pair as an element. I'll ask user to enter the key. If k not in weekdays dot key, because we know that weekdays dot key is going to generate a list of keys, right? So when I say if k not, this is membership operator. If k, the value which I've entered for the key, does not exist in this list of keys, then it will say key does not exist. Otherwise, it will simply say print weekdays of key. If it is there, it will simply retrieve the corresponding value of that particular key in the dictionary. Uh, if you just want to add, individual elements in a dictionary, that can be done using this. Create an empty dictionary, assign a value to a particular key, again assign another value for a different key, assign another value for a different key. Now you can see here, different keys are there. They cannot be same. If I say d1 of 0 one more time, it will simply update the value for that. It will not create a duplicate value for that, right? So when I say d1 of 6 of 7 equal to this one, okay, d6 of 7 is what? It's a it's a tuple, right? So it will treat this pair as a tuple. So you can see here that the key could be of any type. It could be an integer, string, tuple, list also. It is also like that. So there's a value. So when I say print d1, it will simply display the entire key value pair: 0, Python, 2, 4 fun, 6, 7, this one. If I say print d1 value set, now there's a string as a key has got this particular value. This value is, that it is considered as a tuple, right? So when I say print value set equal to this one, it will simply create a tuple for you. I mean, it will simply create this one will be treated as a tuple, and the d1 has got one more element with the key as value set and value as a tuple, right? Similar d1 of nested equal to this one. So another key called nested is here and has got a value, this. So when I say d1 of nested, it will simply display this one. When I say print d1, it will display all these elements along with, the nested and this nested element, right? Now, if I say I just want to update the value for a particular key, like 6, 7 is there, right? And I said d1 of 6 of 7 equal to this one, you are assigning a separate value, to a particular key. If that key already exists, it will simply override that. If it does not, it will simply create that new key for you and assign that value corresponding to that key in the dictionary. Okay. So this is how you update the elements in a dictionary. If the key already there and you try to again assign a value to that existing key, instead of creating a separate key, it will update the value of that particular key. There's one more program for you. Write a program to enter elements in a key and update the value of particular key entered by user. The elements are name and marks of a student. So dictionary has been created. I'll ask user how many number of key value you just want to enter. If you say n, so it will go from 1 to n plus 1, or simply say n. It's up to you. You ask user to enter the name and marks, and then you say d1 of name equal to marks. That means a dictionary will be created having n elements, and those elements will be created based on the name and marks pair, right? Name as a key and marks as a value. So key value pair will be created, and how many key value pair will be created? N, because you have executed this loop for n number of time. Then you display all those elements, Ask user to enter the key for the update, right? You go for I in take a indicator, take an indicator, flag as 0. It will tell you that whether the element was there or not. The key which you have entered is actually existing there or not. So for I in D1, see, for when I say for I in D1, by default, it basically picks up the keys. So if you say for I in D1 dot keys, or if I say for I in D1, in both the cases, it is simply going to retrieve the keys for you. So one by one, the keys are going to be retrieved. Will be compared with the key which you have entered, because the key is name here. So that's why the variable relevant name variable name has been taken nm. If I equal to nm, that means the key which you have retrieved and the key which you have entered to update both are same. Then it will ask you enter the marks, because I just need to update the value for the marks, right? So it will ask you enter the new value for this key, right? And then say d1 of nm equal to marks. It will say value updated against the specified key, change the value of the flag, right? And then you display the updated dictionary and come out of that. There's no need to go ahead, because in dictionary you can't have multiple keys having same name. Duplicate keys are not allowed. So there's no point to go ahead if you have matched with the key which you wanted to update, right? And at the end of this loop, we'll simply check the value of the flag. If the value of flag is 0, that means this condition was never true. If it would have been true, the value of flag would have been 1, right? So if the value of flag is 0, that means this condition was never true, and it will simply say the key does not exist, cannot update. So that's all about your dictionary.